Look, I may be prepared to accept Jesus as a great moral teacher, but I simply cannot accept his claim to be God.
Oh, come on, Jack. How could a mere man be called a great moral teacher and say the sort of things Jesus said?
Such as?
That he always existed?
That you're coming again to judge the world?
Such men are judged frauds. Lunatics.
In spite of my resistance, they convinced me that nothing else in all literature is just like the Gospels. Myths are like it in one way, with its stories of the miraculous. History is like it in another, with its attention to minute details. But nothing is simply like it, and no person is like the person depicted.
I'm sure there are many people who believe themselves to be God. Our hospitals are full of them.
Oh, come on, Jack, be serious. No great moral teacher has ever made that claim except Jesus, and you know it.
And he went on and on and on.
What do you mean?
Well, claiming to forgive sins, and that he himself is the injured party in every transgression. Look, in anyone else, this would be thought silly.
Suppose you told me that 2 of your colleagues had lost you a top professorship by telling lies about your character. And I replied, freely forgive them both. Would you not think this sheer lunacy?
It would be sheer lunacy.
Yet, even those who opposed Jesus admitted that he expressed moral truth of depth and purity, full of wisdom and shrewdness.
Wisdom and shrewdness. You make him sound like Solomon the Great.
On the contrary, history repeatedly calls him humble and meek.
Not that you want to notice that, of course, Jack. Humility and meekness, the last things one would ascribe to someone who makes claims worthy of being a megalomaniac.
The great knock taught me to shame inconsistency. If Jesus' statements are false, Christianity is of no importance. If true, it is of infinite importance. But one thing it cannot be is moderately important.
So, what are you saying?
Simply that either this man was and is the Son of God, or else he is a liar, a lunatic, or a fraud. But all this patronizing nonsense about him being some great moral teacher, it's not an option to us. Nor was it intended to be.
I felt a resistance to this almost as strong as my resistance to theism. Every step from the absolute to spirit to God was a step toward the more concrete. And now, to accept the incarnation, that God became man, was a further step in the same direction. Oh, this too was something I had not wanted.